What's up, baseball world? Welcome along to a very special edition of Jay's Talk with Jay. It's been in the making for a few weeks, but we're finally here. It is the Toronto Blue Jays Kings of Trivia. That's right, I even gave it a name. We're going to be joined today by two teams. One is the team from the Blue Jay Center. The others is the
Kelly Carlson and Paul Goldschmidt. You're in the first inning, then Arenado.
What was that?
What the hell was that?
Okay, so honestly, I have you guys here, and I'm actually looking at the Colorado St. Louis game. That's literally on my phone too. So I had to turn on the volume. So I do apologize.
You might want to restart that.
Okay, you lot already deducted a point, right? Just for that.
Sheldon, you're making us look bad here. Come on.
I wanted to watch the Yankee game, but they're in a rain delay.
Oh yeah.
Yankee Center.
Yeah.
Man, right? Okay.
He's a double agent.
So we are joined by two teams today. We are joined by the boys from the Blue Jay Center. We have Sheldon and Steve, and we are joined by Jays in the six, Zack and Adam. How you doing, people?
Hi. Good.
Hello.
How are you?
Doing good. How about
Hey
you?
Jay, great to be here.
Guys, I tell you what, I'm excited about this. The questions may be easy, they may be hard, but I think that this could end up being the biggest Toronto Blue Jays quiz there is out there. But that's going to depend on my questions and your answers. Now, we obviously did a test run with Sheldon and Zack that didn't actually go particularly well. They were both useless. Sheldon came across like a Yankees fan. And Zack obviously didn't win because he wasn't bashing the trash can. But either way, I think it's going to be good. We're going to do 3 rounds. We have a round. The first round is dedicated, so you're on your own. There's no help from your teammates. Everything can be passed over, so there are points up for grabs for every question. Second round, you work as a team. It will be multiple choice, and the third round is going to be nearest to the pin. It's 3 questions that I have devised myself, and hopefully you'll be able to get the answers. There's a tie-break question in there as well. It will be asking you what color my socks are. So no looking down, no peeking, no cheating. It's not. But yes, the tie-break question is quite. It's actually we might even ask it anyway. Depends on how far we get. Who wants to go first? I'm going to let you guys. It's going to be the only thing you get to choose.
Well, it's an honor playing against Sheldon and Steve. Blue Jay Center, biggest Blue Jays fan page on Instagram. So I think they should have the honors of going first.
You know what? I think you're a shark, Zack. Coming here, you're lulling us into a false sense of confidence here, and then the fangs are going to come out. All right. Hey, Sheldon, you want to go first? Or you want me?
You go first.
Okay, so Steve, first question. In 2003, what Blue Jays record did Roy Halladay break?
Roy Halladay breaking. I'm going to guess that it's innings pitched related, but I want to say that Dave Steve or Jim Clancy had more in a single season. But, he won the Cy Young that year. I'm going to say the record he broke was batters faced in a season.
Unfortunately, it's the incorrect answer.
Oh, great.
So, Jays in 6, guys, you have a chance to get an extra bonus point here.
Or okay.
All right. I really don't know.
Exactly.
just for the camera and as a podcast, a lot of silence doesn't work. Yeah. just putting it out there.
Wait. Am I allowed to help Adam with this?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Oh,
no,
okay.
It's passed to you guys as a team.
Okay.
This one's so simple now that I think about it.
God, I wasn't even around for 2003.
Yeah.
I
Thanks
don't
for
know.
making us old, man. What do you think from me to feel old?
I don't know the most about Roy Halladay, but I'm gonna assume it was a good record, like a good
Blasphemy.
stat.
How
So
can you
there's
not know about Roy Halladay? I'm not even from your country.
I'm not even from that time period.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, Adam, what do you think? I'd say it could only be something good.
Yeah.
Wait, was it a single season record or like an all-time Blue Jays record? It was just broken in 2003.
In 2003, what Blue Jays record did Roy Halladay break?
How much time do we get? Because like
We got 40
Back to
minutes.
us.
We
I
got
think
40 minutes to record the whole thing, right?
I think I know what it is now.
I think the most no decisions ever.
Nope. Go on, Steve. What do you
Back-
think it was?
Back to us.
Yeah, go on.
Wins.
It's wins. He won 22 games that year, and before that, I think it was Jack Morris with 21.
Yeah, that's right. But unfortunately, you didn't get it right the first time, so nobody scores any. So as you can see, people, it's a good start. It's a good start. Okay, so, oh man, again, like I said, you're going to regret not going first, boys. This was set up to go the other way, right?
Well, now, oh wow,
Set up.
rigged.
I don't like
It
to
is
hear
rigged.
that.
only for the first two questions. After that, it's kind of like you've got to float your own boat. I thought you might have wanted to go first just to get the lead, but all right. So Adam, this one's for you.
Yeah.
In 1977, the Blue Jays beat which team in their first spring training game?
I'm gonna have to guess this one. I'm gonna say maybe the Expos.
That is incorrect, I'm afraid. Pass over to the Blue Jays Center, boys. Boys, what do you think? You probably know this.
Sheldon. So can we talk about this here to
You
each other?
can,
real quick?
you can, but just don't take as long as Zack and Adam took.
Okay. So Sheldon, the Yankees and Phillies complex are like right down the street, right? And they play those guys so much in spring training. I'm wondering if it's one of those two.
I was thinking the Mets, to be honest with you, but I could be wrong. Because you're right, because the complex is really close by.
There's three that they usually play. It's like the Phillies, the Braves, the Yankees. I want to say it's one of those three, but I'm leaning towards your other team.
The Mets?
Your Yankees.
The Yankees?
Yeah.
Yankee Center.
He's center.
What? I don't know, Sheldon. What do you think, man?
You know, I'm gonna say the Phillies.
The Phillies?
Yeah, I think it's the Phillies. There's some history there. If it's the Mets, I'm literally gonna throw myself out this window.
Or the Yankees. Yeah, those two are the ones they usually play. Okay, you want to go with Phillies?
Yeah, I'll go with the Phillies.
Okay.
Unfortunately, you are incorrect. The answer is Sheldon.
It better not be the Mets, man.
It was the New York Mets.
Oh man.
2 questions in, no correct answers.
I was technically right. I should have gone with that.
It's going to be a very long night. Sheldon, this is your question for you and you alone only.
Mhm.
What place did the Blue Jays finish in 1984?
Second place. They were behind Detroit. They finished with like 89 wins.
Wow. See, and this is where this guy comes up with his knowledge. So the first 2 points on the board for the Blue Jay Center. Okay, Zach, you're up. This is your question for you and you alone only as well. In 1987, the Blue Jays lost out to Detroit in the pennant race. But how many games behind did they finish?
Okay, so I remember we were 5 games ahead. We just had to win 1 game and we clinched a playoff spot and we lost all 5. So I'm going to say 1 game.
That is incorrect. Blue Jay Center guys, what's the answer?
2.
Oh, damn it.
It was 2. It was 2.
That's a tough one.
So round 1, after the first round, it's the Blue Jay Center have 4. Jace from 6, you are yet to score, but there's still loads of points to play for.
Woohoo.
But not bad. I'm impressed.
No.
I'm impressed. You're unlucky with the Mets one as well. Really, you should have got you. As soon as you said it, I was like, why has he always got to talk?
I blame Zach. Zach spaced me out, so I'm gonna find Zach and throw him out the window.
Right.
that one was my fault for sure, because we play the Yankees and Phillies so frequently in the spring training. I thought
It makes sense though, because they're so close by, right?
But that's why I asked the question, because I would have thought it would have been the Phillies or the Yankees. Like I was convinced it was. Right. Okay. So we are moving into round two. Round two, you work as a team. It's four questions in total, so it's 2 questions each. Again, if the team answering doesn't get it, it'll be passed over for a bonus point. We'll start off because the Jays in 6 guys are losing. We'll let them go first, and we'll start off. So don't forget, guys, you're working together as a team now. So question number 1. Who was the first Toronto Blue Jays player to reach the 200 hit mark in a season?
Well,
it's multiple choice.
Okay.
So Zach, don't be too quick to jump in, because if you'd given me an answer before I'd even written them out, you would have been wrong, because they're the rules and I'm in charge.
I don't think it could be Barfield. He wasn't as big of an average guy. Adam, who do you think, like, of the 4? Because Allred was obviously an on-base machine, but Tony got on base a lot, and man, I only know about Mookie Wilson with the Mets and that kind of stuff, because like the Bill Buckner play. Jeez.
I'm gonna say Allred.
Yeah, I think that's a. I think Allred.
Is that your answer?
Do we get a chance to steal?
So by the sounds of it, Zach, your answer is incorrect. The Blue Jay Center guys, you have a chance to steal this for 1 extra point.
Tony Fernandez.
Tony Fernandez, yeah. 1986.
Guys.
213 hits.
Oh my God.
See, now this is why you should have done your research before you came on today.
Hey, I actually did my research. Some of this is really specific.
Well, I didn't know it was 213. Geez, Sheldon, that's pretty impressive.
108 of them were doubles. 65 of them were singles.
yeah, start rifling off those stats there, Sheldon. Sheldon's a robot, guys.
He's killing it. Okay, Blue Jay Center guys, your first question of round 2. Who was originally drafted as a pitcher but made his major league debut as a first baseman? Was it? You know the answer already.
Yeah, I think I do. I'm pretty positive I do.
Was
Sheldon, where's a helmet at first base?
That's what I'm thinking.
Well, okay, you might as well give me the answer. Well, Zach,
no. Let's hear our multiple choice first.
What's our multiple choice?
Right. Okay. So multiple choice is: was it Fred McGriff? Was it Jason Giambi? Was it Todd Helton? Or was it John Olerud?
It totally wasn't John Olerud.
Yeah, definitely. We all know
John Olerud.
Yeah.
For
Now
sure.
here's the thing, Zach. If you had done better in the first round, they would have gone first in the second round, and you would have got that question. Don't complain. Don't hate the game. Okay, you can't hate the game. It's just the way the cookie crumbles, I'm afraid.
So Zach, just to let you know, I have a baseball card from Upper Deck, and it's John Olerud's draft card, and he's pitching on it. And I remember being like, "What the hell? What? Why is he pitching? He's a first baseman." My dad, he's like, "Yeah, he was drafted as a pitcher, and yeah, they converted him to a first base. They wanted him to be both."
His autograph right here.
What's that, sorry?
Oh, well, it's a nice card, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's his autograph right here.
Oh wow,
Oh, beauty! That's awesome.
Look at that. Okay, so this question is obviously for the Blue Jay Center boys again. So Sheldon and Steve, this question's for you. And it's a little bit of a flip to the previous question. What former Blue Jay pitcher of the 1980s was originally signed as
Got
an
it.
outfielder? Ah,
Sheldon, you know this one. Mustache.
Mr. Dave
He's on the
Steve.
level of excellence. Absolutely. That's my. He was an outfielder drafted and then converted to a pitcher.
you guys.
We don't
are-
even need the.
You guys are killing it. Like at the moment, with one question to go in round 2, it's 9-0.
Oh God.
Hey, give them some rapid fire questions. Let them have a chance.
Okay, so Jays and Six Boys, your final question for this round. Who was the first Blue Jay to hit for the cycle? Was it Lloyd Mosby, John Olerud, Jesse Barfield, or Kelly Gruber?
Well, Mosby and Barfield, they're playing in the early 80s for us. They were some of
Yeah.
the better players we had to start our franchise, but Kelly Gruber, I'd say.
I think Kelly.
Yeah.
Correct. You finally get yourselves on the
Oh.
scoreboard.
Wow, finally.
Zach, name another player that hits
Just
the cycle.
quick.
Cat-
Oh,
the
the goat.
goat
The goat.
himself.
There you go. I knew Adam had it.
Just quickly, like we had some technical difficulties just now, and Adam disappeared and then he came back. We're not going to say that he like started looking this up, but
I keep getting
it's very suspicious. Okay, so after the first 2 rounds, the score is 9-2. There is still enough points up for grabs for the guys to still pinch this, and I've got a feeling that the 3rd round is going to be difficult for all of you. Again, I don't know how to do this. I'm going to give you the option. Jason Six Boys, so Zack and Adam, I'm going to give you the option. Do you want to go first or second? Bearing in mind, it's going to be nearest to the pin. I'm guessing you understand what that means, right? So basically, it's a number. It's whoever
Yeah,
gets
and
closest,
whoever's
to
closest.
whoever gets closest to the number.
How many points are up for grab?
So there's 3 questions. That's 6 points. That puts you on 8. Actually, that's not right.
Either way, Adam, I think we should go second.
Yeah.
For
I agree.
obvious reasons.
Second.
Go second. Okay. All right. So, guys, Blue Jay Center guys, you're gonna give me your answer first, and then Zach and Adam will give me their number first. So, okay. Question number 1. In 1993, the Toronto Blue Jays had their highest average attendance at Skydome. What was it?
Sheldon, definitely over 4-point-something million. So
I'm
No.
gonna
The highest average attendance.
highest average attendance.
I could have
Oh,
just let you. I just
okay,
could have let
okay.
you carry on there.
average. Okay, so
And I want the
It's o-
exact.
it's only
I want the
got-
exact number, right?
it's only got 55,000 as a capacity, right? So as a max capacity. What do you think? I'm thinking it's in the low 30s,
I'm gonna say
maybe
49,700.
It's very specific.
Yeah, I'll say 49,700.
So is that your guess?
Yeah.
Okay, so 49,700. Zach and Adam, come on, you can still you can try and steal this.
I was thinking like high 30s to low 40s for cutting
Yeah,
off
yeah.
Adam. So
It's-
this one's very specific, but 39,129.
I'm gonna say around 45 to 43,000.
Adam, listen to this pitch. If we go lower, either
All right.
way, like because 49,000 is a relatively high number. Okay. We'll go with 48,129. So if it's lower, we're closer.
Price is Right rules here.
Yeah, I know.
So you're going 48,000, yeah?
129. Just the
Yeah.
extra pinch.
Right. Okay. So I'm gonna read the question again because I think that you're all slightly dumb when it comes to listening to what I'm saying. Okay. So the question was, in 1993, the Toronto Blue Jays had their highest average attendance at Skydome. So think about it carefully.
Oh.
It was the highest. The answer is 50,098.
Oh,
We were the closest.
You were the closest.
oh no.
This is turning into a bit of a whitewash, isn't it?
We're getting destroyed right now.
Okay, so next question. Again, Blue Jay Center guys, you're going to answer first. Combined, how many career saves did Dwayne Ward and Casey Jansen have as Blue Jays? I will give you 3 points if you can get what Ward had, what Jansen had, and the total.
In their Blue Jay career, right?
Yep. And these figures are correct to the best of my knowledge.
Well, Sheldon, Jansen, he only had like around 60 or something like that, or 75.
Yeah, he didn't have anything close to 100. He had like 70 something.
No. Yeah, he's in that range. I'm pretty sure, Tom Hankey's record, I think, is 213, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and
that's
from
why
there,
I didn't choose Tom Hankey.
And Ward is, I think, in the 170 range, if I'm correct. But you tell me.
Okay, so 93
he had 45.
45. 92 he had 12. 91 he had 23. 1990 I think he had double digits, so like 11 or 12.
Yeah, he usually had double digits behind Hankey. I'm just trying to. I thought he was in that 140 to 170 range, but you tell me if you.
I'm gonna say like he had he had like total. I think they had like 195. I'm thinking because Jansen didn't close for them.
He only had it for like 3 seasons, and one of them was like a half season or something like that, where he took it over. But yeah, what do you feel comfortable with here?
I'm gonna go with 200. I think comfortable. Yeah, 200. The bulk was Dwayne Ward.
Absolutely. All right, let's go with that.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
200.
Yep.
Okay. Jays and 6 guys. Adam, Zach, what do you think?
Okay, I think they nailed it on the head with Casey Jansen having around like 75-ish.
Yeah.
So Dwayne Ward, obviously, he was Tom Hankey's setup man for a bit of his career, but he obviously took it over when Hankey went to St. Louis, at least. So I want to say it's like Ward had like around 130 saves. Plus, I want to say 210
maybe.
Yeah, like maybe 220.
What's your answer, guys?
We'll go 220.
All right. Yeah.
I think I gave Ward way more than I thought he had.
Okay, so the actual answer is 211, which makes
closest without going over.
Yeah, without going over. And here's the interesting part. Dwayne Ward had 121. Casey Jansen had 90. And
better than I thought.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what I was looking this up today, and some of the stats in his first season, he actually had 6, and then there was another season where he had 1 or 2 before he actually became the closer, and that's what made the number up to 90.
He was a good closer.
But I loved him. I thought
he was a great setup guy too. 2007, Gibbons burned him out all the time.
Yep.
Right, okay, so last question, and this is kind of just for fun because you've been blown out the water. It's 13. it's 13-2.
Oh God!
It sounds like Oakland's last 15 games. Okay, how many home runs did Joey Bat and Edwin Encarnacion hit combined as Blue Jays?
Sheldon, what is it? 203 for Batista, or no? It's more than that. No, it's more than that. Oh,
if I hear another mouse click, I'm going to deduct somebody 13 points.
I'm gonna.
Whose mouses are clicking?
I know who's clicking, dude. Like mine. Well, Adam did not put his hands up, so we don't add him.
I don't know why I think that Jose's around that, but maybe he's higher.
Well, I know Jose had a few with Pittsburgh.
No. But we're talking Blue Jays only.
Yeah, the Blue Jays.
Blue Jays only, yeah.
This isn't Pittsburgh talk.
I think Sheldon, I'm gonna like just talk it out with you.
Mhm.
But like I think it was like in that 375-ish range, probably the two of them.
Both of them?
But no, I don't want to put numbers. So if you know it, and just calculate it in your computer and let us know. The computer being your head,
click,
of course.
Click.
Fine total, right? I'm going to say they had combined 436.
Is that your answer, guys?
Yeah.
Oh,
Adam, I think we have a good chance here, man.
Yeah.
Okay, so Edwin right now, he's over 400 home runs. And you guys picked he hit some with the Yankees, the Mariners, and the Indians too. And that probably counts for at least 120. So 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, I'm going to say Edwin he was in the 310 range. And Batista, he's not on the top 100 home runs list. And if he is, he's at the bottom. So Adam, would you say like maybe 490-ish?
Yeah.
what did we say again?
I said 436. But I think that might be a little.
I think we're low, actually.
Yeah, I think we're on the low end.
Yeah.
I was thinking of probably a Vernon Wells home run totals.
we're gonna go with 485.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I think it's in the 500 range, actually.
Yeah,
Sheldon,
I think-
you were right.
So the total answer is 527. Edwin hit 239
Wow.
and Joey Bats hit 288 home
Yeah.
runs for the Blue Jays.
Only behind Carlos.
Yeah, but that's it.
I honestly didn't think Jose hit that many, man.
Yeah, I thought he was low 200s, but
Yeah.
because he had a couple years where he missed like a half season due to injury. And,
Jose hit like 100 home runs in 2 seasons, though. You kind of
yeah,
can't forget about that.
Yeah.
And that's what a lot of people forget, right?
Oh, I forgot about
Yeah,
2011.
yeah.
I counted to 2010, and I totally forgot about 2011. I just jumped to 2012 and 2013. Yeah.
Well, there we have it, people. Our first ever Kings of Trivia. And well, let's say the oldies managed to smash the kids. You'd get arrested in some states for that, but not all of them. Okay, guys, so there we have it. We have our first result of the Kings of Trivia quiz. Blue Jay Centre boys came out on top. It was quite an emphatic win in the end. It was 13-2.
Hey, I'm not disappointed with that. Most of those questions were relatively close. Like, yes, the old red one for whatever like that one question in round 2 was pretty bad, but the other ones, I'm not disappointed.
No, it was an emphatic win in the end though, and props to the Blue Jay Centre boys. I had a feeling you may pull this one out of the bag. Adam and Zach though, fair play to you. You came on. You were the ones that threw the challenge down, and who knows? Maybe there'll be a chance to get revenge at some point down the line. Who knows?
Hey, I'm down for a sequel, guys. First Blood Part 2.
Yeah,
let's get the revenge.
Hey, we could do like Adam, Josh, and I versus like you, Sheldon, and like Robert. Like
Yeah.
A trios match.
Yeah, you got smashed with just 2 of them, and you want to bring another one into the equation?
Hey,
You're
Rob's,
brave, mate, you're brave.
Rob's a lot younger though. He's like 20,
Yes.
21.
Yeah, but imagine they swap Rob for James, then you're kind of in trouble, right?
Well, yeah, then we're definitely in trouble. That's why I recommended Rob.
Rob
Shots fired, Rob.
Yeah.
Shots fired.
Yep, definitely.
Yeah, and
That's
we'll
my way of calling him out.
Yeah, we'll definitely keep
Sneaky.
that in the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
We should bring Clint in, eh, Sheldon? Another old dog. Yeah.
Come on.
It will just secure us even more.
But
This is This is gonna end up being like a Royal Rumble, man. Like a Survivor Series match, 5-on-5. That's what's gonna end up being.
Yeah.
I'm not sure my
Cage
screen is
match.
big enough. I don't know if the screen can take so many people. Okay, so let's talk baseball.
It's so bad today.
We won't talk about your internet. You just sit there and look pretty, and we'll talk. But no, let's talk baseball. A lot's happened since I was last on. Series with Oakland, we managed to go 2 games down, but we managed to bring it back. We split the series. Great effort there. I thought we played really well in the second 2 games. Not so much yesterday though against Houston in the series opener. Guys, what's your take?
I think I heard some banging.
Well, I heard some clicking, but I'm sure it was mouse clicking. I don't know. Steve, you were on the live on Blue Jay Center last night. There was some interesting comments in regards to like what happened and stuff. I'm still concerned about the injuries. They're more and more. Has there been any news? Has there been any news on Belize?
So what was it? It's something in his leg, wasn't it?
Right calf strain, I think.
Right calf strain. Yeah. And honestly, that's a game you didn't even want Louise to pitch in. I mean, it was a lost game. I can understand getting him some work, but our bullpen has just been taxed too much. I mean, we're running with the 3/5 of a rotation every time through. You can't keep going like that. Eventually it's going to break down. You're going to burn your guys out. We're not even midway through May yet. And look at all the relievers kind of dropping like flies just because they've been asked to do too much, I think.
Yeah, like before the Oakland series, we literally had 2 starters. We had Robbie Ray and Steven Matz going out there every 5 days, and it's like 3 bullpen days, and like an opener that went 3. Like that's how you literally kill your bullpen.
I think going into the year, we thought Stripling would be a long reliever who gets a spot start once in a while to give Ryu an extra day. And here we are, we're just running him out there every, 4th day or whatever. He's the 4th starter.
I think the experiment with Stripling's kind of over. I don't know how many more times we can throw him out there to start games.
But of the, between him and Kay, who's better, right? So that one of them will be the 5th starter eventually here when we get Pearson back after the next turn or whatever it might be.
God, Thornton's got to get stretched out sooner. We're going to be in some trouble. And I don't remember exactly the order, but I remember Thornton came in, faced 2 batters, and then he was immediately out of the game. And I believe Louise came in after him, which if so, that was a mistake because Trent Thornton, we need him to get stretched out, but facing 2 batters isn't going to get him stretched out.
Did Thornton come in after Tice or what?
Yeah, he came in after Tice.
Yeah.
If there was any game to stretch him out, that would have been the game last night.
Yeah.
Stretch him out.
Yeah, let him just finish it up.
Yeah, it's not. It's the pitching staff is starting to concern me. And do you know the worst thing about it is that we know that we have something in Nate Pearson.
Yeah.
Whether he can stay healthy or not is going to be another question. But then I see Alek Manoah go in his first start, and I'm like, if only this was next year, and he'd had a year behind him, and he's throwing this kind of heat, you'd probably be thinking, we'll take the risk. Because he hasn't played any higher, he hasn't done anything.
But he was a college guy though, too, right? So he's a little bit more mature and a little bit older. I know what JP Ricciardi used to always draft those college guys thinking that they could, develop a lot quicker than high school arms. But I mean, what's to say if Alek Manoah does what he did on Thursday? Well, when did he pitch? Friday.
Mm-hmm.
If he does that for, a few more starts at AAA, and he looks like he's overmatching those guys, what's to say? Why not try him? He's got a high ceiling. Seeing where the Jays are, it's a competitive year, right? So
here's the thing: he went up against the starting lineup against the Yankees in spring training, and he blew away people. He blew away
Twice.
People like Judge. Yeah, so he's probably got the stuff. I'm guessing it's going to be consistency.
And development too. Like you mentioned before this year, you only had 6 professional starts in low A ball, right? And they're definitely going to want to see some sort of consistent performance out of him at that level before they even consider bringing him up.
Yeah, I think for me, I want to see him get into some struggles first to see how he reacts, because it looks good now, but let's say he goes up against the Yankees a second time, and now they have an idea about him.
Mhm.
How is he going to handle that adversity? I'll be curious to see how he handles that. So right now, Tanner Rourke looks really good right now as a starter, doesn't he?
Oh, you did not just say that.
Cut. Oh
Hey,
man.
he can give you 3 innings. It doesn't have to be good innings,
and
but he can give you 3 innings.
I thought he had till June 1st.
I honestly thought that I thought he had a little bit of a longer reach, given the fact of all the injuries.
I'd rather 3 innings of Ty Tice and 3 innings of Tanner Roark. Jeez.
Well, Tice can go long. He can go 3 innings. He can go. Right now, Charlie's managing like he's got everybody. Right now, Charlie he's got 2 starters and just arms in the bullpen. So he can't manage like that.
Sheldon, I can go 3 innings, but we don't want the scores to be cricket scores. For me at the moment, it's teetering. Like we are 1 or 2 pitchers away from being in big trouble, I think. Because if we lose,
continues his regression too.
Exactly. And what we don't want to do is we don't want to get to that point where the offense is hitting okay, we're scoring 5 or 6 runs, but we've conceded 10, because we'll end up playing catch up. And I don't think if we get to the end of June and we're playing catch up, it's game over. I think it's game over.
Yeah, I mean, the Yankees are starting to roll a little bit. They're starting to go in the right direction. Boston, I mean, they haven't slipped at all, man. They're just second team to win 20 games, like minutes after Oakland did last night. They kind of need to look at, if Max starts to regress, like what Steve was saying, we're in serious trouble.
Baltimore aren't rubbish either. We were expecting them to be like the worst of the worst, and yet they're only like 4 or 5 games behind us.
And that's it too. With that, the sweep of the Braves and then taking 2 out of 4 from the A's, we were just doing enough to keep pace with everybody. We're still all neck and neck right now. So, except for Boston, kind of has a couple, like 2.5, I think.
But they've played more. They've played more games than us, though, haven't they? So
probably might have. But with Baltimore, they're running on emotion too, especially when they got back Trey Mancini, and that helps them in that clubhouse. So there's that emotional kick that, having someone like him returning is going to definitely help him out. But I mean, I'm just looking at the records right now. Literally, Baltimore's only 1 game back behind New York and Toronto. It's such a logjam with Tampa, Toronto, New York, and Baltimore. It's just, we thought it would, there'd be certain teams at the top there, and then Baltimore at the bottom and Boston at the bottom. But it's nothing like that. It's just been right now, I think whoever's the healthiest, it's showing in their record a little bit. And Boston's been healthy. You can't take them. They've been relatively healthy.
Chris Hill.
Yeah. I think we can retain our pace right now, but if something like Steven Matz regresses, he goes to like a barely sub 5 ERA type pitcher, and so you have Thornton, Romano, and Brucky. If 2 of those 3 get injured, I think it's time to press the panic button. Like, there'll have to be some immediate AAA call-ups like Manoah if something like that starts to happen, because we won't be able to keep up. And then, like, by the time it's July 1st, we'll be completely out of it. We'll be 4th place, 10 games back. Like,
yeah, they're gonna.
What kind of innings limit are guys on to after the short year, right? And most of them didn't even have a minor league season. So, say we bring Pearson up and he's dealing, and then we get into that situation like Aaron Sanchez back in 2015, where he started the year as a starter, but then he hit his innings cap and like but he's pitching too well to not have him on the team. Like, do we start to ease some of those guys into bullpen roles to ride out the year, or like how are we making these innings up in a 162 game season after Oakland?
Even Sheldon's injured. We can't even call you up.
I know. I'm just a wreck.
Man, the injury bug in the GTA just won't go.
Mm-hmm.
Bartolo Colon's by the phone, like.
I think, you know what, man? As strange as it may sound, he can still throw 86, and he only throws a fastball, man. That's all he's got, and he can still get people out. If he
Hey,
can give
Bartolo Colon is better than Tanner Roark right now. Let's be real.
Listen, if we have to take both of them to salvage this rotation, I would take both of them in a heartbeat. Because right now, it's just not. It's not doable, man. Like, I can understand why Charlie makes the moves, but again, if he had the starters, those moves would make sense. He doesn't have the starters right now, and there really isn't a legit horse in that rotation that could say, "This is the guy who's going to give me 7 or 8 innings."
Yeah.
And I mean, take a look at the Yankees. They got Garrett Cole who can go out there and destroy teams. Even if he pitches 6, he's getting like 12 Ks, 13 Ks. Chris Sale is going to be coming back soon. We don't know what Boston's going to do with him, how he's going to work, but he's a horse. He's healthy. He'll give you 7 innings. Chicago's got Lucas Giolito and Lance Lynn, 2 guys who can give you 7 innings.
Dallas Keuchel can even go 7 if his stuff's clicking.
Yeah, Dallas Keuchel, who I hate, but that's for a different reason. Actually, hate's a strong word. I just don't like him.
Potato.
Yeah, exactly. But even Oakland, they've got Sean Manaea, whatever. He can go 6 or 7 easily. So the big teams have someone who can go deep. So it is. The Jays need someone.
Yeah, I guess hope that Robbie Ray continues his resurgence. He's looking really good, and put him behind Ryu, who's always steady but injury prone in the past, and hope he stays on the field. Mats has just kind of got to give you average, middle end of the rotation production, and maybe get a guy like Pearson back and have a little shot of life into the rotation. And then that 5th spot, maybe for a little while, you got to kind of just, revolving door, Anthony K, Stripling, whoever, TJ Zoik when he gets back. Haven't heard much about his timeline to come back. And then
didn't he? I read somewhere that there was some kind of report on him, but I don't think he started or anything.
Okay, maybe flat grounds or something.
Yeah.
I think I just saw something on the Toronto Sports page, and I think David Phelps is going to the 60-day IL. So that's an extremely big blow.
That's horrible.
That could only mean bad things for him.
Yeah,
that's the last thing we need.
That's rough.
Well, you kind of saw his reaction. There's something up, and I don't know if you guys saw Delisa's reaction when he the rosin bag and just threw it on the ground. And I'm kind of looking at him going, "That's not someone who's got a pulled calf muscle.
Yeah.
That's not that sounds like it looks like it's something far more serious."
And you never know what the Jays do, because they're telling us
like fatigue. Yeah. I was about to say, great minds. Look at
that. Yeah, we're not always getting the full medical report from the Jays. We're just getting kind of the cute, fluffy words.
But the problem is now they probably actually don't want to tell us what's going on, because it's so many people going down so frequently. They're probably thinking we can't make up any more stories.
Well, I mean, this reminds me of what happened with JP Ricciardi, the JP Ricciardi era, when BJ Ryan went down, and they said it was just a lat muscle, or it was something in the shoulder, and it was something in the back.
We never saw him again.
Yeah, then we never saw him again. It ended up being that he needed Tommy John surgery, and Ricciardi's response was, "Well, the Blue Jay fans are that smart," or he pretty much put down the Blue Jay fans with that his response. But
he said we're on a need to know. We don't need to know, or whatever it was, something like that.
And then he made a reference to the Toronto Maple Leafs by saying that the Leafs release all their information right off the bat, and I'm kind of like, Yeah, because that's what they want to do. They want to make sure their fans are in the know. Fans do have an interest in what's going on. But yeah, I'm getting that. I'm getting that JP Ricciardi vibe all of a sudden with all these covert
Fatigue. It was a hot day. He had to come out. It was too hot outside.
It was a planned day off. That was the other one. It was a planned day off.
Man, the injuries are really scaring me though. Like Springer's quad, I saw on Fantake Friday yesterday too. Like he's missed over 100 games just because of his quad. So.
But was that true, or was that someone just talking?
No, that is true actually.
Over what time span is that?
Oh, his whole Astros career, not like one season.
So 7 years, 8 years.
Yeah,
Yeah,
7
around
years,
7 years.
or so.
So 100 games in 7 years. That's not a huge,
but the thing with that is the quad injury is the only injury he ever really deals with, so it makes it a bit more concerning. Like
It's
he
like
only
Donaldson and his calf.
Yeah, Springer only missed games of his quad, nothing else.
Yeah.
So it's kind of scary to think.
One-legged DH.
Yeah, if you take a look at Springer's career, he's only played up more than 150 games once. And in 2019, I think he only played like 129 or 130 games or something.
He played like 110 games and had 39 home runs.
Yeah, it was something like
crazy.
that. So when he's healthy, he's a dynamic player.
Yeah.
The question is, how healthy is he going to be? And then let's not forget, when the Jays do come back to Toronto, he's not playing on grass. He's playing on field turf, which is different. So
in 2028, they may have developed some artificial grass that can grow with a roof on top. No, crazy. Just quickly, what did you think of the series in Oakland? Because the first two games we didn't look great. We didn't look great at all, but we looked much better in the second two games.
I don't really know what to think of it. I only actually got to watch the last two games, so maybe just I'm the good luck. Maybe that's all.
Adam, stop being quiet. Say something. We're all waiting for Adam to say something.
Or not. Maybe if I hit him.
I think his internet is like taking a day off completely, kind of like the Jays in the first two Oakland games.
Fatigue. His internet's got fatigue.
Every word like cuts out. Like.
Okay. Now it's the Oakland series. They played a pretty good team, man, and you kind of got the idea of what the Jays, when they go up against a competitive team, or I don't want to say the A's are an elite team.
No, they're just like they're a second place team for sure.
But they're a good second place team, though. That's the thing. That's the frightening part. They're a very good second place team. They do everything right, and the Jays got taken to them in the first two games, and then they kind of righted the ship a little bit. But if you take a look, I'm concerned about Vladdy. I think he's like 2 for 16 in his last 4 games or 5 games, so he's kind of hit a little bit of a bump in the road.
I think with that though, he just had video game numbers. You got to kind of level out a little bit, right? So the dip was coming somewhere.
That's true.
And then he'll probably stick hopefully around that.
I'm not concerned about Vladdy at all. Like he's still gonna, like, everyone gets hot and cold. Like Bo was getting cold there for a bit, and he hit a home run last night. So that, like, I wouldn't be concerned about Vlad at all.
Danny Jansen.
We need Gurriel to get going too. Gurriel's a big part of the
So Vladdy gets cold and Danny Jansen becomes Vladdy Guerrero. Is that what we're saying now?
But we keep saying about Gurriel, about wait for him to get, and we kind of thought that we were seeing it before, where he looked like he was warming up and his swings looked better, even though he wasn't getting on base, but he did look like he was better. How long do we wait? Like, because defensively he's been really good this year. You can't take his defense away from him, but there's no real offense.
Well, See, I think you're completely right about Lourdes warming up because yes, his defense been great, but you have to remember those first 10 games defensively and in general, they were awful. Like Lourdes' routes were terrible. I'm sure
Yeah,
I would
The
have
routes
taken
were
them.
real bad.
Like I would have taken by far a much better route, and I'm 12, so that's saying something. Like, yeah, his swings looked great, and I'm not even angry with his production right now. Like, I don't want everyone to be hot at once, but I also don't want most of the team being cold. So, like, I think give him another 2 weeks and he'll be, 2019, 2020-ish Lourdes.
He does usually start pretty slow too, and he's got some time to figure it out till Springer gets back, right? So I mean, then there's a bit of a log jam again.
There is that. Who else is going to play there, right? So we're kind of running out of numbers at the moment.
I think him seeing his brother last night go 4 for 5 might spur a little bit of fire in him.
Little competition between brothers.
Tonight I'd expect a big game, maybe like 3 for 5, 3 for 4-ish.
Mm-hmm.
I'd expect an extra base hit or two.
So 0 for 4 then.
Yeah, or he can just 0 for 4, waste the money, trade him, blow it up.
We saw a few games where we thought, okay, we're going to be in this, but I don't know about you, but the last week for me's turned a little bit in regards to, even though we had a good outcome against Oakland in the end, I feel like that we're treading water, and at some point we're not going to be able to keep treading water. That's how it seems to me. I feel like I've never said this so early in a season. I feel like we need reinforcements.
Yep, I completely agree. We need reinforcements. Like, it's not a want, it's a need. The Blue Jays, this will be a really bad month without reinforcements.
I'm just tired of guessing who the starter is going to be. Who's the TBD? Like every other day it seems like Sunday we're thinking it's going to be K, but then I mean, it's Matt's tonight, K tomorrow, and then right again we're at like who's going to pitch Tuesday.
Okay, let me ask you all a question. We'll start top left as my top left. So Sheldon round to Steve to Zack to Adam. Sheldon, what would you do? We need a pitcher. We need at least one starting pitcher to be in the rotation. What do you do? Do you bring someone up, or do you try and see who's available?
I think it's a little too early to bring someone up, so I'd probably target a team that's struggling, like Detroit. See what they want to give up, who they want to give up. I think Matt Boyd might be a guy that they can target. If you can get Matt Boyd and maybe Daniel Norris, and kind of wing it and see if Daniel Norris could be your 5th guy and Matt Boyd could be in that rotation as a starter, as a full-time starter.
Yeah, I
would try and do it. If worse comes worse, you get Matt Boyd, and if you happen to get Daniel Norris in part of that trade, he goes into the bullpen, gives you another long arm that can give you 4 or 5 innings. So I would go the trade route. I really don't want to rush up the kids right now. If push comes to shove, at the end of June, maybe I might bring them up. But right now, if I have to make a move, it'll be an external move.
Steve, what about you?
I'm kind of the opposite thought. I think you got to evaluate what you have. But I think maybe Nate Pearson is a guy who will make one more start in the minors and then get an audition up here at the big league club. You don't really see a lot of big deals until like maybe later, mid to late June, probably. There's the odd May deals, but usually teams are just still evaluating what they have and how competitive they're going to be, watching the cream rise to the top. Those teams that get off to the hot starts start to fizzle out and things like that. But I do agree with Sheldon in regards to eventually it's got to be an external move because, we can't just keep treading water, and we can't burn young guys out by just throwing them in and sink or swim kind of situation.
Zach, what are you thinking?
Yeah, so I don't think we don't have enough internal depth right now because, yes, our farm system is loaded, but most of them didn't get to play last year. So right now, I don't think there are many internal options. So personally, I would go after maybe John Means. And I know right now it might be a bit early for the Orioles to trade him.
That would cost a lot.
Mhm.
Yeah, but
He's still controllable for a long time.
hey, I'm willing to give up or Elvis Martinez for John Means 1-for-1. I know that might sound like an overpay, but we're never going to use him. But so somebody I think we could snag someone like Merrill Kelly from the Diamondbacks for maybe Otto Lopez and another prospect farther down our system, maybe Kevin Smith. Like, I don't think it'd take too much. The Diamondbacks aren't competing. He's like 33 or 34, but Merrill Kelly, like, as far as I know, he isn't really injured very much. Like, I'd be willing to do a trade for him. Like, I don't know. He's just someone on my radar that I don't think many people are talking about. He was pretty good last year.
I think if we're going to see an early deal, it'll probably be somebody who's kind of a rental. I'm just going to take a look here real quick, see starting pitchers who are free agents next off season.
See, the thing with that is
Zach, stop talking. Give Adam a go. Give Adam a go. This isn't
Okay.
Zach. This isn't Zach's talk.
Zach talk with Zach.
So there's a few guys I want. Hermaine Marquez would be really nice. I've kind of wanted him for a while. Liam Hendricks. I know he hasn't started off that great, but I think he'd be perfect on our team.
Do you mean Kyle
There's
Hendricks?
two guys on the Reds. Oh my God,
Kyle Hendricks,
my bad,
yeah.
my bad.
I was just going to say,
Kyle
Liam
Hendricks.
just signed a big deal. He's
yeah.
not getting
Yeah. And then there's two guys on the Reds, Sonny Gray and Luis Castillo. I know they're going to be tough to get, but I feel like Castillo, I would rather have Castillo, to be honest, but it's really tough to go after them. John Gray, maybe on the Rockies, he'd be nice too. And then, like Zach said, John Means would be nice, but too hard to get, in my opinion.
John Gray would be an interesting one because he's a rental, right? So he wouldn't cost as much. He's on a rebuilding team.
Yeah.
But I love your all or nothing on German Marquez or Luis Castillo, but that's like emptying the prospect capital a lot. Like there's definitely a grow chance in that deal. There's definitely a couple of your top arms. It's probably, if you're going Luis Castillo, you're probably giving up Groshans and then one of Manoah or SWR in that deal. So it's a big pay because he's controllable and he's a top of the rotation guy.
I think with John Gray, you might be able to get Groshans will definitely be part of any of those deals. I think, but Groshans and maybe his buddy Adam Kloffenstein and maybe another prospect will be enough to get John Gray. And I think if you get John Gray, you might be able to re-sign him.
Man, that's way too much for.
That's. I'm gonna say that's an overpay for John Gray.
Yeah, Jordan Groshans for John Gray. Like I'm gonna need the Rockies to be giving us some more.
Yeah, I think with the Rockies, they know they're in a position where they can probably they will try and get as much as they can, and I don't blame the Rockies for doing that.
See, I'll do Herman Marquez for Jordan Groshans, but John Gray for that's too much.
It's one of our biggest problems. It's one of our biggest problems that everybody else knows what we've got stocked up.
I think one of our biggest problems is everybody knows what we need.
Yeah,
that's exactly it.
There's that as well, obviously, but we're not like I noticed that there's quite a few teams that are dealing with a lot of injuries at the moment. So it's not just us.
Yeah, like the Angels and us are going to be competing for the big pitchers at the deadline.
But we've got people stacked, haven't we? Like near enough in every position. Like we've got people stacked, and we've
got well-regarded prospects. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, look, we're gonna have to cut it short there because Zach's got to get a haircut. But I have to say, massive thanks go out to Sheldon, Steve, Zach, and Adam. Guys, I will make sure that everybody knows where they can find you on the socials, on Instagram, etc., etc. Thank you very much for coming on today. Being good sports. Adam, you talk way too much. The rest of you, I'm sure we will all speak. We'll all speak during the week, and Sheldon, me and you will chat. Hopefully, we'll get you on at some point this week.
Yep.
And don't forget, guys, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, wherever it is you are consuming your podcasts, make sure you go like, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. Catch these guys, Blue Jay Center, Jays in 6, everywhere else. And I'll catch you for another episode of Jay's Talk with Jay in the week. Right, we're done.